So we're in
So I think this was much deeper than
a well. You can see the pipe coming up and out. My two comrades up there. We thought it was a mine, but unfortunately not. We're trying to navigate right now. Won't be. There's looking down the well. Comrade Nick. Got things that looks like they're for refining of ores. Manufactured by J.F. Holbrook Company, Los Angeles, California. It's a nice old tank. All riveted. Got another tank over here. JF. Bigger tank. These are all riveted construction. A final tank right over here.
I always try to do that. I think you'll get it later. It's like all fucking shaky. That's
My goodness. No, it's dry. I picked it up several times. Feels kind of weird. So we finally made up to the ore bin here. You can see the upper tram station. One of the cables, the solid cable, is still in place. It's pretty steep, as you can tell. So, fortunately, before we can get underground and out of the heat, we gotta hike way up there to the upper tram building. So, that'll be coming up in a bit. Yeah, good luck getting across to it. And the upper tram station. So on our way up from the lower tram ore bin up to the upper tram station, I found this, I don't know if it'll come out. You can see where it says Velvet. It's a tobacco tin. But, I mean, it's been punctured. But it's in really nice condition, and you can still see the paper inside. So, very neat. It's rare to find them uncrushed like this, although the paint's unfortunately gone. So, very neat. So close, yet so far. Next on the actual trail. I said to straight line it like a tard. Oh well. Let's keep her moving. No lollygagging. Collapsed bit of something here. A little ways down from the upper tram building. The kind of neat thing is if you look at those giant washers there, they say Alhambra Foundry. I don't know if that's the Alhambra that's in LA. That's kind of neat. Some big washers. Taking the road less traveled does have its perks. Here, on this very large beam, you can see the bottom section of bearing blocks or pillow blocks. And you can see the babbitt in them. So the babbitt's lead-based, and that's why it's pretty shiny still. This is, of course, cast iron. And I think there was another one that appears to have disappeared. So this was likely running a fairly good-sized shaft. Maybe the main drive for the tram station up there. Hard to say. Ooh, something else over here. If I can make my way over. Piece of drill steel. Still has the tip on it. Not a Widowmaker, because it does have the vent line. Hexagonal rod. But that's strange to see it way down here. It's pretty steep. But we'll make it. We'll get up there. Ooh, I see the bottom of a tuna can tin. See if we can make it up to that. So we did manage to make it. Here it is. It's focus. Norway. Oop. From Norway. So this probably had sardines or something in it. Miners were snacking on it. Look at that old roller there. The little key. That's pretty cool. Well, I can see the bull wheel and the spur gear that drives it, or one of them. To give you an idea of how steep this is, I'm on the tailings pile here, and yeah, she's pretty steep. This has got to be greater than a 45 for so far as degrees of incline. See the cable, the whole valley here. It really is beautiful. Well, it's a ton of work. Almost there. Can't stop now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the upper tram station. Based off of footings and whatnot, I believe this building had walls, trusty walking stick, and was shielded from the elements, although a lot of it's missing. Here's that spur gear, which likely drove the main bull wheel right up there. And it's a split gear, didn't break. Somebody removed the bolts, and it looks like they also removed the shaft that was in the center. It's pretty large. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a 3-inch shaft in the middle. Also over here, we got the wheels that the cables rolled on, although they're pretty well stuck. And if I could get up to this level, yeah, come to Papa. There's the main wheel itself, which is a gorgeous wheel. Does it spin? Nope, no chance in hell. Look at the beautiful spokes on it though. Massive shaft. Okay, so based off of this, see the size of that keyed shaft? That spur gear over there would have been sitting right in the middle here. And then that beam with the pillow blocks that we saw down below likely went across with another gear. Whoa, things are settling. And drive it. And it would have been gravity assisted. So, very neat. Here's another look at that massive gear. We'll head on up to the upper sections and get some footage from up there. So on this side, I missed the 2 ore chutes here would have fed the tram bucket going up and down. So we think there was one stationary line and then gravity fed, so probably a bucket on this other side with weight in it, ballast, and that would just pull it up and down, loaded or unloaded. And then it only has chutes on this side. And they'd use this sort of flume. Oh, hey Nick, check it out. There's writing on the side of it over here. It says Honkin molybdenum iron. Huh. Central Alloy Steel Corporation. Massillon, Ohio, USA. Interesting. So, anyways. Okay, so we had come down slightly from the upper tram building and we were tossing artifacts back up into the footings. That way they don't get knocked down the hill and lost forever. And I found this container, which looks like an oil container, except there's no openings on it. And you could still hear oil or liquid of some sort inside the can. This is pretty unusual to find. Normally these cans have all been cracked open, as you can see in the surrounding area. So I've never found an unopened can like this. I'm kind of curious what's in there. The label's mostly gone. Really neat. Really, really cool. So we found this other can. You can see it says, well, wait a minute. What does that say? Oleine? Is that Valvoline? Could be Valvoline. Texas, so maybe Texaco. but that can is the same size as this one, which is full of oil. So it's an unopened oil can. I'm gonna set this over here in the shade, and hopefully it lasts another 100 years. That's incredible, especially to find it out here where it could be just rusted through. Wonder if the oil protected it. So making our way up, excuse me, to the top of the upper tram station. You can see some of the anchor points, the lower bull wheel and whatnot. And an interesting thing is, even though I'm a good ways from the mine, I can feel the cold air over here as it comes out and sinks down. Feels pretty good. Not sure what this is, but they use these guys as the anchors for a bunch of the stuff around here. You can see them all over for the lower tram building. And here's another one right here. So they had them in ready supply, whatever they are. Let's look at the tram station, which I'm not gonna walk out on this. She's pretty unstable. Beautiful view though. Some neat looking rocks around here. See if I can get a close up of some of these. They've got a stratification through them that's just really pretty. Anyways, it's kind of hot out here, and the wind is blowing out of this mine real nice and cool. Ooh, before we go in, check out another one of those old battery cells. All rotten. I think it's way in there. Got some light. Let me connect my light contraption here. Just a moment. And there we go, we're plugged in. Let's see. Got a little shelf unit here. What have we got? No markings on it. Probably oil. You can see this beautiful just sort of wall right here that we're following the whole way in. The breeze is phenomenal. It's got to be maybe 65 in here versus around 85 outside. Rule of rights. Strange. Giant curved piece of rail, and then this stuff is... So I'm off of the awesome room down there, which I'll film in a second. We're talking about interesting looking rocks. Check this out. So it's almost glass-like. It's got these beautiful little stratifications of, I don't know if it's calcite or quartz. Colors are brilliant. And as you can see, it's really glossy. The way it cleaves, it's a lot like what's it called? They use it for making arrowheads. Obsidian. And that the way it cleaves off there. Really neat looking. I bet it'd be gorgeous if you polished it up. So we've found a couple of really awesome things here. This is a false floor here, big old drum of RPM oil. And we're gonna go back and get our gear all the way back down the hill, because check out this bad boy. And you can bet we're gonna try and drop her. That's awesome. And then does this go up very far? Or, oh no, this is it. So this is the top of the station for this winds here. And does this doesn't go down and connect out to the surface, right?
No.
So it's just a pit basically.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Look at how they, I guess bell signal sign there with the carbide. See, 1 stop,
Oh,
2
yeah.
down, 3 up.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah, so this is where the hoist was celebrated.
Yeah, and then they would have had a sheave wheel way up on top there, although I don't see it anywhere. Here's a little chute, and then they probably would have had tracks and a cart coming out of the bottom there. This guy here looks almost like a grizzly or classifier.
Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't really fit
Well,
in with anything.
The thing is that if you were to dump stuff here, it would go down. It's not a good place to go down. Well, this is just a little platform. They were working this little nook here, and so they left a little ladder, and it's pretty sturdy. All right, Nick's gonna climb it. Careful now.
There we go.
He's made it into the corner there. That's really cool. It's an awesome ladder. This is a really interesting setup they got here. I'm gonna carefully go to the other side here. I think this is all false floor.
It is.
Yeah, so
But it's very sturdy.
it's stable, yeah. You can see all the grease and oil staining here from whatever machinery. It may have been an electric motor. I've been seeing a lot of electrical stuff. So if they had a generator outside and then ran power in. There's the skip car rails, wooden rails. So they're probably using a round, just an oil drum, maybe with a bit of wire for a hook on the top. What we got here? Some old comics. Or no, old advertisements. I don't see a date though. Who's this guy? Ivanhoe woman is killed in car truck collision. Government cost jumps in Madera City, Chowchilla.
Madera's by Fresno.
Madera's what?
By Fresno. I saw a Fresno picture.
Oh, it's from Fresno?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds familiar. Moderna. Isn't that... Wait, aren't they making a vaccine? Oh.
Should have been there.
Oh, okay. The classic blunder. Check out all the carbide dots from, I guess, loads brought up from this winds here. They got a little working station over here with a shelf that sort of continues across and down. Here's one of those electrical connectors I was talking about. This is usually used for a drop into a residential building. So they got this here. All sorts of gloves, Copenhagen snuff over there. And then continuing over here, get some interesting things. Check out this station. So this is sort of a storage station with a winds going up. It's a table over here. We got, what have we got? Skippy creamy peanut butter. Oil modified by hydrogenation. Basically, they're using hydrogenated oil. Huh. Kern's apricot, or Kern's pure apricot preserves. Kind of neat. Got an old half-gallon jug here. La Mesa, California port. So that would have been a wine, I believe. Ben-Hur. Yeah, I can give her a white. Ben-Hur coffee. In a glass jar. Another Beverly regular grind peanut butter. So they must have been making sandwiches in here. Where they got Pabco Paints, Bar Brand and Bread, House Fresh, or House Fresher. I don't know. A little room back here. Interesting thing, we got a pair of boots, but also a little wood burning stove with a flue. So that makes me guess that this raise here likely leads up and out to the surface. So we'll get our gear on and we're gonna have to check it out. Riveted or nailed sole. Very neat. This might have been explosive storage at one time. Right on. The passage to the left, I've already walked down that and it's all just backfill with dead ends, nothing down there. So, this board here looks like it used to have rails or something hung on it. And I can't tell if this is smoke or oil staining. Looks like oil on these boards. So some sort of machinery was either up there or down here that spewed oil everywhere. Or these were moved from elsewhere in the mine. Either way, very cool. Yeah, but see where, if you look right where your right hand is, you see how the wood's splitting in a...
I see.
Yeah, so if it tries to bend, even if the nails are there, it'll just twist.
Yeah. Okay.
Correction, Cash will cushion your fall with his...
I actually probably want to do
With
that
his-
like his shoulder.
Oh, thanks. Assuming you can make it to that other ladder, the other one is stable.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
Well, you don't know that 100%.
Yeah.
It looks good.
But the other one, once you get on that one, see how it's a straight...
It's straight up.
It's straight up.
It's
There's
almost
nothing...
like it's like going back on itself.
Yeah.
Almost.
Are you on the top rung? Oh. It's too bad the other ladder doesn't go the other direction. Yeah. Well, that other ladder that's a no-go. So even if he did get up to...
I'm not sure. Maybe it just didn't. I mean, I can see there's a nail sticking out where it should have been attached to something. On the side, it's not attached anymore. So,
Yeah, it's kind of... What the heck are you doing over there?
No, I just touched some. I thought that was my paper towel. I used to blow my nose and I picked it up and it was like toilet paper. It might have had shit on it. That's where it came from. It went there.
Ew. Higher and higher we climb still. I thought it was rough to get up to the upper tram station down there. So, low ceilings through here, but it's certainly something. And hopefully, something going off that way, something going straight. You can still feel airflow this way, so this must go through, and this follows the rules of rights. Although, ooh. Okay, rules of rights. Oh, baby. I don't know if you could see this, but this is a really big stope. Oh, okay, we found a very large rock to drop. Godspeed.
Stop. I thought you were tagging. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, no, I am because I started right when I did. So it was about 22 seconds.
I think it just stopped. Hello.
Hey, man.
After climbing up from way down there where the car is, we've got not just one portal, but two good looking portals. Oh, you just dropped something.
Double portal?
Double portal. Yep. And there's a hand steel sitting here. So, come on, let's go. Okay, a couple of trilobites there at the entrance. Leave the walking stick. Let's get in there. A little bit of light. And oh my god, rat's nest galore. And that's it for this. God, it reeks in here. Let's see. Set those guys right there. Oh, may not go very far, but at least it's nice and cool. See, it looks like she faces off over there, although a bit of a raise here. We'll come back to that in a sec. A mylar balloon. There's the face. See a bunch of lines and stratification in it.
You guys don't might feel comfortable with it.
Well, we're on our way back down to the car from up on the hill, and we found the other sort of wheel from up on the tram station sitting way down here all by its lonesome. So yeah, hopefully we'll find a few more things on the way down and film those. Yeah, so let's say you had the weight just right, where the ballast was just slightly less than a full tram bucket. All you would need really is a brake. The only time when you need any propulsion is if you want to. Yeah, but that's why the weight of the ballast is so important. You'd have to adjust that. But this could definitely be a flywheel, and that flat sort of squared off section in the middle, that looks like the perfect space for a brake band. So I think you're right. I think this is a giant brake drum. So very cool. Almost to the tram bin.